know that made it through the puzzle. All the double with my vision tunnel. Yeah. Hey, living like college.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with colleagues Shaq and Ken Smith. Tonight's broadcast will feature
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled...
We've got NBA basketball and David Aldridge.
Well, guys,
and that kind of toughness is crucial to have at a young age. Thanks, DA. And Clark, with both these teams fighting for playoff position tonight, we can expect this game to have a postseason atmosphere.
No doubt about it, partner. Everybody's going to be available, and their postseason, I think, starts right now.
And Pittsburgh starts out with the ball. Let's check out Pittsburgh's starting lineup. We've got Devin Booker. Livingston is out there with Horford. And it's Chandler. And it's Dunn in at the 1 spot. Now here's Booker. Chandler is screen. In the corner, Horford with it. Just 5 to shoot. The tray. Pittsburgh gets it back in a new 24. Livingston passes to Booker. He kicks to Dunn. Dishes to Horford. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Yeah, and he can really take his game outside when he wants to. Horford's got plenty of range to go along with all that work he does on the interior.
Now here's Richardson. He's coming off a 13-point game again. Bangs home the trifecta. Towns has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Horford sets a screen for Dunn. Chandler kicks to Livingston. Pass to Horford. Plays it up off the glass.
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Now here's Towns. His last outing, he had 8 points. Towns, the screen. Here's Sharch. Off target with his 3.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen. Got him the space he needed, but he bricked.
Richardson, good.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Dunn dishes to Chandler. There's the screen. And stolen by Richardson. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Richardson.
Hey, I can't overstate it. I mean, as a defense in transition, you have to locate Russell before he finds the bottom of the net. You got to get to him quickly.
Now here is Horford. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in. Well, you know, one thing you can be certain of with the Mavs, guys, is they're going to make the most of what they have. I think Rick Carlisle, who actually spent some time as the head coach of the Pistons and the Pacers, is one of the very best in pro sports. He's a master at putting his players in the optimal position for their success.
Booker the pass to Livingston. They set the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Dunn kicks to Horford. 13 feet away. Horford missing again.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Now, here is Russell. Following the miss by Al Horford. Knocks down the 3 ball.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that, finds the open man nicely.
Now, here's Horford. He's got 6. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And the shot is good. Horford's got 8 points.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Richardson with a screen for Russell. Fires from 14. Yep, that one goes in there.
Quick trigger off the catch and shoot. Towns giving the defense no time to react.
For 3, Booker. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Mavericks lead by 5. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, very vocal leader, certainly.
Players do the policing. Coach sets a standard, but players individually call out.
Don't you need a player like this of Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork? You know, have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects?
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room, because Chandler has got that covered.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Dallas?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Charge is out there with Richardson. And there's D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Towns in at the 5, down low. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Russell with a wide open look. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And for D'Angelo Russell, the offensive talent is obvious. But it seems his defense, Clark, has a ways to go.
Well, he's got the package now. He's got good size. He's not a great athlete. He's a good athlete, but not an explosive, powerful athlete. I think he's got to get stronger. And the other pieces, he's got to really be about the mental aspect, the focus, and the consistent effort day in and day out to maximize his physical gifts.
And so here is Dallas after the basket by Pittsburgh on the other end. Towns, a screen on Booker. Hardaway, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Hardaway has got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Mavs. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board, and his length doesn't hurt either.
And here's Russell. He picked up 12 points in their last win again. Towns in the corner. 3-pointer. That shot misses. So Pittsburgh will take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And the big problem, they got trigger happy. Shot a very low percentage from beyond the arc.
And you know, Greg, to me that's baffling. I'm not sure why they didn't do some dine-in eating. Go inside and eat instead of all that work in the drive-through behind the arc.
Now Russell, after Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer. Russell dishes to Richardson. Towns in the corner. Another miss by Towns.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Now here's Dunn. He's guarded closely. Back to Horford. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Hey, and when guys at this level are that close to the basket, they ain't missing. I mean, especially when there's no defense in the neighborhood.
Outside Hardaway. Passes to Towns. And Saric kicks to Richardson. Towns, the screen. Deep 2 from Russell. They grab their own miss. The shot by Saric, no good.
Well, at best, the defense was average. I mean, he must make sure to finish these layups. Got to make those.
There's a screen. Shot and game clock separated by 5. In the corner, Horford with it. Again, the miss by Horford. Now Richardson. 9 points in the game so far. Towns kicks to Saric. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Saric has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. No good. And the first half is now in the books.
And now, the 2K Sports
Hey
Halftime
everybody,
Show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny of the Jets. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. And guys, for the Mavericks, Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
The three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy.
That's it for now as the second.
Cars crossing back and forth over the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge as we welcome you back to Dallas. Dallas leading by 9. And more, it's looking like Devin Booker, the 13th pick in the 2015 draft, is going to be one of the biggest steals of that draft class.
And he's one that all GMs are looking at, and they wish they could have a redo. I mean, Booker was very young when he entered the draft, and some teams maybe shied away from that. But clearly he's shown that he could be one of the best players in that class.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Pittsburgh, looking at who they've got out there. We've got Chandler. Horford is out there with Livingston. Then there's Dunn, and it's Booker in at the shooting guard position.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
There's a good screen. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by Booker.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
Now, here's Dunn. He's guarded by Russell. Livingston passes to Dunn. The feed to Livingston. Horford dishes to Livingston. Over Richardson. No good off the front iron.
The defense was less than impressive there, but despite them not really contesting that shot, he still bricked it.
Takes the three. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Pittsburgh trails by 11. And Clark, when you were growing up, was there one player in pro basketball you tried to emulate or model your game after?
I really didn't pattern my game after any particular player. I tried to piece and parcel from a lot of players. I love the gracefulness of Lou Alcindor, now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when I first saw him back in the late 60s. At his size and the way he could move and his touch was impressive. And then as I became more of a forward in high school, you looked at guys like Magic Johnson, and I looked at Marcus Johnson out at UCLA. Dr. J was a versatile forward as well. George McGinnis, who ended up becoming a really good friend of mine as I got drafted by the Pacers. Those guys that were big and mobile and had ball skills and shooting skills and rebounded, those were guys that I tried to play like.
For Pittsburgh, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Livingston kicks to Horford. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Sharge.
And I really like the uniqueness of Al Horford's game. I mean, he's a big man with a versatile skill set. He makes threes. He can score inside. He defends. He's a guy that is an inside-out matchup problem for most.
And Al Horford, just so versatile. You know, that extends to the defensive end as well. Very mobile, can move his feet with smaller players, and at the same time gives you a presence on the interior.
And Al Horford drops them both. And Horford won't wow you with his athleticism. But Greg, he's still a pretty good shot blocker.
He has great timing, anticipation, and awareness. Don't forget also he's got terrific hands, and you see that with all the steals he racks up.
Here's Sharge. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Sharge has got 5 points so far.
Well, I like watching him get after it on the glass now, staying active, and usually that leads to good things.
Now, here's Dunn. He's guarded by Russell. Dunn passes to Horford. On the wing, Booker. Off the screen. That one good for 2. Booker's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, and give it up for the feed from Horford. He's a playmaker, and you love having a big man show off that kind of vision.
Russell against Booker, and good that time. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Hardaway against Booker. Dunn sets a screen for Booker. Back to Horford. Over Saric. Horford no luck.
Boy, they ran the offense well to get this look. Even though he missed it, I think they liked the shot.
Russell dishes to Saric. Towns down low. Over Chandler. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And it's a 10-point Maverick lead. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks going into the break with a 10-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Best thing we got is just keep the ball moving.
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Now here's Booker. Russell is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Towns. Then there's Richardson. And it's Saric in at the power forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Horford kicks to Dunn. And stolen by Russell. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Over Dunn. Chandler with the steal. Booker with it. He's picked up by Russell. Booker the pass to Dunn. Clock at 4. There's the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Dunn's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Pittsburgh. Dallas leading by 7. Hardaway sets a screen for Russell. Screen by Saric. Towns kicks to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. It's Richardson on the wing. Pass to Saric. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Dunn.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Booker against Hardaway. No good from Booker. Dallas shooting at 50% in a decent group. Richardson with it. He dishes it to Towns. Over Chandler. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Pittsburgh trails by 7. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Chandler is screen. Livingston kicks to Booker. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths.
And Saric kicks to Towns, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Pittsburgh has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Chandler with the screen on Russell. Dunn kicks to Booker. 1:30 left in the 4th quarter. No dice from 9 feet out. Dallas leading by 4. With the shot, it's Hardaway, that time on the assist by Richardson. Richardson's got his 4th assist in this one. Chandler a screen. Now here's Dunn. He's guarded by Russell. Booker against Richardson. No good from Booker.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time, liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
They set the pick. Russell dishes to Richardson. Feeds to Towns. Over Chandler. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
And with this game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of them.
40 seconds left in the game. Here's Livingston. And again, it's Pittsburgh missing.
I thought he had the space to shoot comfortably there, and disappointed that he missed it.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's a 10-point Maverick lead.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
Here's Bellinelli. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The dish to Augustine. A three-pointer off the mark. Well, for the Mavericks, they can just run out the clock. Nelson against Augustine. Here is Nelson. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really...
Tyson Chandler, Kevin Love's stat line.